The video game industry has been rapidly growing to more and more audiences around the world since its debut in the 70s. Video games used to be extremely limited in resources and simple in gameplay, but nowadays they introduce massive amounts of content that fill up hundreds of hours of people's lives. The price of most modern video games can range from around $0 to $80. But many games will include the in-game purchases or microtransactions that charge the player more money for additional content. The product that players pay extra money for can include a variety of extra content, like more places to go to, more things to do, more abilities to unlock. Or they put a different shirt on the character. Do you play video games often?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you play games that have microtransactions in them?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
How much money would you say you have spent on the games you play?
$500 and more.
That's a dumb game. But you stop playing Fortnite. I spent over maybe more than $500.
Like $1,500.
$2,000.
Do you think the amount of money that you spent is worth what you actually purchased?
Definitely not.
Definitely.
No.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you think that microtransactions should be regulated or limited in some way?
Maybe they should be limited in a way where it's not so tempting and it's not so eye attractive when it comes to playing that game.
Actually, yeah.
So yes.
How so?
I mean, some of them are expensive, and you need to regret them. Like, I'm still kind of like, that was a lot of money to drop on a game, you know?
Like having like a certain limit, you know? Having like a certain limit to how much you can spend on the game. Or like say like if it's like a parent's credit card, like say there's a limit to it, you know? You know, like in some gas stations, if you use a credit card, it has like a limit to like 150, you know?
Yeah. So, last question. How would you differentiate yourself from kids that spend a lot of money on microtransactions without their parents knowing?
Honestly, I wouldn't say I'm different from them. I'll just say like it's just part of like being a human, you know? Because like everybody's gonna do it in one way or not. Because once you receive that money, you automatically want to spend that money, you know? Yeah.
Alright, thank you for your time.
This system of payment adds on to the already taxing cost of most big modern games. The most obvious problem with this resides in the company hiding a portion of the game or additions to the game that will make the experience more enjoyable behind a paywall. This gives players the idea that they need to buy the extra DLCs, downloadable content, to complete or beat the game. This is manipulative because it can cause players to be guilted into spending their hard-worked money on their favorite games just to have fun. Some kids even go as far as spending their parents' money without telling or asking their parents, and this problem explains itself. As the National Institute of Health states, microtransaction engagement is associated with gambling disorder. Loot boxes are a common example of this, and they are apparent in many, if not all, modern games. Many games also include limited time deals which allow for some items to only be obtained and bought for a certain time frame and after become limited. This gives users a sense of urgency because they feel if they don't get it now, they will miss out later when the value rises after the deal ends. This kind of deal will give players the idea that even while it is so expensive, it must be a better deal compared to what is offered regularly. Through personal experience, I can guarantee that these microtransactions, yes, even the small ones, add up over time and really puts into perspective how regrettable and dangerous these microtransactions can be.
It's a problem, you know, it really is. Microtransactions are setting an example of gambling to a young audience through video games that have no age restrictions. Limiting or completely erasing microtransactions on games that are available for young children would probably be the best solution. There's this suspense when you buy stuff and you don't know what you're going to get out of it. But since the rewards are usually low, similar to gambling for money, will create bad habits for a kid who's going to eventually understand what gambling is.